Good evening, my name is Eric James. This is FTT 114 Custom Kydex Lab, week 4, assignment 2, finishing the Kydex holster that we've been working for the last 2 weeks. So for this assignment, what you'll see me doing is locating, punching, and riveting the holes for eyelets and the belt loops. You'll also see me attaching the belt loops to the holster and magazine pouch, and then finally sanding, polishing, and finishing the project out. So I'll give you a sneak preview of what it's going to end up looking like. Firearm is clear. There's no magazine in the weapon. So the roughed out shape has been completed. It's got with the two clamps on it, it's got pretty good retention on it. It's not going to fall out when I hold it upside down. So from here, what I'll show you is locating the holes and then punching the holes and doing the riveting job. So I'll catch you here and get back when I'm set up. Okay, so after some serious mind-numbing measurements and trial and error to figure out what's going to work best, what I've come up with are these hole placements. So on the right side of the holster, I'll have 2 3/4 of an inch off the side, and then another one about a 1/2 inch off the side, and about 1.5 inches in to give it good retention on the trigger guard. And then on the left side of the holster, I'll have 4 going straight down. This is 3/4 off the side and 15/16 in between each hole. So what I'll do from here is I will take a hammer and a center punch on each one of these crosses and score it so my drill bit doesn't do any walking. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that top one has a center punched mark. What I'll do is I'll do this off camera so there's not as much noise on this video, and I'll be right back. Alright, so everything has been clamped up. I've marked my holes. I don't know if I'll be able to get this close enough for you to see them. So on the left side, there's oh my goodness, there's a hole, there's one up top, and then down here, maybe not marked so good for the camera, but it's there. And then 4 holes down the side have been marked. So what I'll do from here is I'm going to punch the first hole down on the bottom right or bottom left through both sides. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure the holster is aligned properly. Maybe should point it out. I've got a brad head drill bit on so that it reduces the chances of walking. So we'll drill a hole. Okay, we've got one there. We'll punch a eyelet through the bottom, and then we'll go through. I'll bust the rest of these out off camera so you can see it, and then come back and knock one of these eyelets in. Alright, so now it's time to set the rivets. We'll set this one here first. Get everything centered up on it. I'm going to tap this around, excuse me, in a circular pattern. Okay, so that is, where are you? There's your finished one rivet. I'll do the rest of these. Actually, I'll do one more on camera, and then I'll do the rest of these off. Okay, so there is number 2. I don't know where I'm going here. Number 2 Oh, I'm gonna drop one. So these are the first 2 rivets that came in or went in. So I'll do the rest of them off camera and come back to you. All right, so we're back. The last time you saw this, the rivets were all completed, installed. These two are not going to be riveted because these are for the adjustable inside the waistband loop. So this portion of the video will cover installing the loops. So for this, the right side of the holster, as I wear it on the right side, I'm using the top hole. So the screw post to go in first, followed by the rubber washer, spacer, however you like to look at it, and then the strap. Okay, so it's installed there. We'll take the top half of the snap, set it on top of the loop, drop the screw onto it, and start it by hand. And we'll use a screwdriver to get it snugged up. And we'll flip that around because that's how it's going to end up being on the waist. So it's tight, and we'll go to the next one. This side I cannot use the rubber grommet because I'm going through 4 layers of Kydex to get the strap in. So I'll add the firearm. That is the finished holster. Now we move on to the sanding and finishing, making sure everything's nice and smooth. Okay, so I did take the holster apart to get all the edges cleaned up using the rotary tool. So what I'll do now, as you can see, I've got 3 different grits of sandpaper laid out, 180, 220, and 400. We'll go through all of these to get everything smoothed out and ready for a polishing finish. I'll start with the 180 and then work my way through. So all right, so from here it's all roughed up, dulled, well, smooth now. So we'll good evening. It's a different day. Got too late last night. I thought I had wet dry paper, but I did not. So down here I've got my soapy water. Well, what I'll do is wet this and then begin sanding and polishing the holster out. So I'm gonna have to do some cleanup, but the finish isn't near as glossy as what the video showed, but it's still got a glossy sheen to it. It's very nice and smooth. So what I'll do is I'll clean up the excess polish off camera and then bring it back in so you can see what's going on. This is the final product. Let me get out of the camera so you guys can see it a little bit. Pancake holster inside the waistband with a sidecar mag pouch. Overall, I'm happy with the way this turned out. Being my first holster, I'm happy with the way it turned out. I'm happy that the polishing actually took, as I said in my paper, these clips will be replaced with Ulti clips or something along the lines of an Ulti clip. These don't work for this particular holster. It rides too high in my pants and kind of just falls over. So from here, my overall thoughts are I'm happy with this. I showed a few of my Marines this morning at work. I just took the holster in, and they're all asking when I'm going to start building these and selling them. So I would count that as a success. We'll see what happens in the long run, but overall, I'm super excited about this holster. So to close this out, my name is Eric James. This is FTT 114, week 4, assignment 2, finishing a Kydex holster. Thanks for watching.